robberies up, which happened yesterday. The IGA was actually my electorate of Latrobe. Can I just say right from the outset, I feel so sorry for these victims and their families, and the Labor government approach in particular in Victoria has just basically allowed this to flourish, believing that the problem's just going to go away. It hasn't gone away at all. They've failed to have any deterrence when it comes to tougher penalties for serious crimes. I know in Queensland under LNP government, it's you do the adult crime, you get the time with it. At the same time, Victoria's got very weak bail laws when it comes to youth crime. We've now got this machete laws coming up on the 1st of September, and they've spent $13 million on bins for gang members to go and hand their machetes, and I just can't see it happening. So there's going to be still a lot more crime, youth crime into the future.
Well, we're battling what you battled back then. I mean, in the DNA of the State Labor Party of Victoria, there is a feeling that you should not, if you can, possibly avoid it, lock up a teenager, put them into youth detention. They don't want that to happen. They didn't want it to happen back then. They don't want it to happen now. They loosened up the bail laws. They've now been forced to slightly tighten them up again. But inbuilt, and you know this better than ever after being in the force, the magistrates, all these magistrates, they don't want to lock up anybody either. So you're just letting these kids out on the street time and time and time again.
Can I make the point, Steve? Early intervention is very important. It's actually one of the things under the previous Morrison government. We put $120 million in place to target high-risk youth, and I put that policy together. It had three important key elements. Number one, to keep youth at schools, to keep an education going. If they left, training education to get a job. And finally, in incarceration, to have mentors go in, so once they leave jail, they don't go straight back into a gang environment. Now, what does Albanese in Labor do? As soon as they got in government, they scrapped all these programs. So we had all these youth workers unemployed, all these parents losing hope, and all these youngsters now going back into a life of crime. So if Labor really cared, they'll be putting the money into early intervention. So they haven't done the early intervention. They haven't put the deterrence in place, and that's where we are at the moment. It's just a very bad state of affairs in Victoria, and even under the Labor federal government, they've completely failed also.
Jason, how do you spend $325,000 on a machete bin? On one bin? $13 million for all of them? That's ridiculous.
Well, I'm trying. At the federal level, again, the coalition, we had an amnesty to hand in firearms, and that allowed, for example, people who had an unregistered firearm to go into a gun deal and get it registered, or if unwanted, to get rid of it. Now, these are people who are lawful people handing their firearms. When it comes to these weapons, I think the Allen government's basically saying if mum or dad find the machete, to go and put it in the bin. Well, if they find it in the first place, well done. But at the same time, to me, it's just a complete waste of money. It should have gone into either early intervention or, again, into funding our police. The police are doing it so tough at the moment.
Absolutely ridiculous. Good to catch up with you, Jason. Thanks for your work in the past, and we'll keep talking about this issue. It's ridiculous.